Okay, we got the chart up. We are going to quickly take a look here. You see that November 4th. November 4th, Saturn. Saturn stands still. You see, when things are moving backwards, they're moving red. You see, Neptune is in red. 2504, that's Neptune. There's a lot actually that's in red. But Saturn is order and structure with the material and the tangible realm. It's more focused on things that are about time, lengthy time, long term. Some say goals, some say ambition, whatever your worldly goals are. Think about that, whether it's a job, career type thing, whatever that thing is for you that you're like, you know what? This is something that's, even if I get deterred and go off the path, somehow I always end up little by little, I'm consistently working at something. Saturn is like Simon Says. So we kind of got to honor Saturn's timeline, right? Timelines. That's Saturn, father time. And it does not believe in going fast. That is the way Saturn work. It is slow. It's the tortoise. It's not the hare, it's the tortoise. It stays persistent, it's diligent, and it expects to follow the rules. There are rules. And so I don't want to say ethics necessarily, but it's definitely about, did you cheat? You're not supposed to cheat. There's these rules in place for a reason, right? And it is to sustain something to last a long period of time, a structure and an order. Typically, we think of organizing in your home like I've got like my housemates, there must be like 5 or 6 remotes. I'm sure everybody has this in their house, right? For your television. Well, there's this little caddy you can get and put like on your little coffee table thing. And you can, each little holder for each remote. And that's a Saturn thing, organizing. It would be a Virgo thing too, because it's in the home. Think about material and tangible. So some would say walls, setting up walls and structure and organizing. But think of a company. Think of a company's hierarchy. We've got like the worker ants, right? And then you've got people who are like shift supervisors. And then you got those who are considered like managers. And then you've got like regional managers, you know what I mean? Like that hierarchy. That's the organizational setup and that structure and accountability. Let's just get right to it. Accountability. So Saturn says, follow the rules. They're here to create the long-term success. And so we think of the material and the tangible because Saturn is very hard. It is literally something I can hold in my hand. And it is stability. It is the long-term setup because we want stability, long-term financial stability, right? Material and tangible, something I can hold in my hand, something I can physically see type of thing. That's Saturn, right? So sometimes, because Saturn is a builder, when you see like an apartment complex going up, think Saturn, right? Government buildings, hospitals, like all the brick and mortar type of things that are part of the backbone of a society, of an organized structured society. Okay. But in your world, I'm going to add this in there. In your world, for many folks, this can represent marriage. Yeah, people don't really talk about it like that, but think about it. When people get married, when they choose, when they say, okay, I'm going to tie the knot with this person, that's saying, I want to try this long-term thing with you and I'm committing to you, right? Like that's typically what it's supposed to represent. Okay. So there's something there that is not tangible yet. The marriage, right? What happens when you get married? Well, then we get married, we have babies, right? We have a home. We may even add on to our home, or we may build or move into a bigger home. Like we are building something together. You see, the couple builds something. They create a family, and a family, physical members of that family are, that's the material and the tangible, even though it's not like the sticks and the bricks, but it is that. And so Saturn can be quite restrictive when it was in red, when it was retrograding, because the red means it's more intense. It becomes even more restrictive. The rules are even heavier. So when Saturn goes direct, the rules still apply, but things may loosen up. There might be a little bit more wiggle room now. Like we feel like we can breathe a little bit easier. Saturn is a heavy, dense feeling. It's like burdens and responsibilities and, oh my God, I've got so much work to do. That's Saturn. So when it was retrograding, it felt heavy. And now the retrograde ends, and that's November 4th. Okay. And that's in the sign of Pisces. So think about all the Pisces keywords because I want to move on. Pisces keywords, dreams, fantasy, make believe. And so for some folks, is my dream coming true? Am I making it tangible in reality? Pisces is sound and music. It's spirituality. It can be religion. It can be people of the cloth. It can be foreigners, foreign lands, foreign countries. It's water. It's mutable. It's understanding and forgiveness. November 7th. I've got highlighted here Venus. Yeah, you see Venus there? We're looking at Venus because Venus enters the sign of Libra on the 7th.